Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Michelle with Alaska Rural Homestead. I'm outside trying to enjoy some of this beautiful weather. It's about 14 degrees, and I like to get outside a little bit because you do get cabin fever a little bit here in Alaska. So the great thing is that winter solstice has passed us and we're gaining sunlight. I'm out here collecting a few branches to share with you some projects that I do on the homestead. All right, so we got our branches for our craft project I'm about to show you. So let's go ahead and get inside because I'm getting a little cold. So let's go. Hey guys, so we made it back in and I got all my branches collected. I'm not your typical farmhouse wife or homestead wife because I love to get into my husband's tools. I love to use tools, and I love to use a lot of the resources that we have on our farm to make different projects. Like right here, I made a cute little cabin just out of scrap wood, and I used willow here and made a little fence, and I plan on making a little wagon for that. But back to the sticks. For this project, you're gonna need 5/8 inch diameter for your sticks. So you can use different sizes. I'm just saying probably 5/8 an inch in diameter is perfect. And then the other thing that you're going to need to do is cut all your sticks down to the size of your can. And we're going to get busy cutting all these down, and then I will show you what we're going to be doing next. All right, you guys, before we move on to our main project, some things that you might want for this is just some ribbon, some raffia. You're gonna need some branches. Now your branches are gonna be the size that you measure your can. Now you're also gonna need, these are just little embellishment, little paper cutouts. And you're gonna want maybe some ribbon. And I've got some flowers that I like to pick up always when they're on sale. I've also got some cardstock here. Now you can also use, this is just kind of scrap material that I have, and that's really up to you. I'm gonna show you how to do it, and then you can use your creative side from there. Now, I wanted to show you what I do with all these little pieces that I cut down here. And I made this cute little sign that says, I love you. Because, you know, we have our sawmill, and you guys, if you have not checked out some of our previous videos, or if you're not a subscriber yet, and you're liking some of the stuff that I do, maybe you might want to consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that bell so you can be notified when we have new videos coming out. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our main project. Okay, so we've got all our pieces of wood cut here that we're going to use for our can. You could use some of your scrap material. Now, a little bit of this is going to show through when you put your logs on, but it's going to be super cute. All right, so we got our can covered here with the material. Now we're just going to start gluing these little branches on. So I just finished gluing all the wood pieces on here, and here's what you have. It's super cute, really inexpensive. It's made with your own two hands and really comes from the heart. So now we're going to start embellishing our cans. Okay, so now some other things that you might want to put on your cans is some little ribbon here. And I have one can started here. Some other stuff that you might want to put on your cans is some little greenery. These have little beads just for the Christmas decorative can. So here I just have some ribbon that I sewed together. I measured around the can and sewed. So I'll go ahead and do that now for this one. Okay, so I just got through sewing a stitch in here. Now I'm going to turn it right side out and we're going to put it over our can here. One thing I want to mention here is that you want to cut off any little nubs like this because it might catch on your ribbon here if you decide to do it like this. Okay, there we have a ribbon on our cans. Now we're going to set this aside for a second and I'm going to go to this one. Here I put the ribbon on already. So I also had this red little piece of ribbon and I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the outside. Alright, so here is the little cap that I made for this. Now this is just extra material with ribbon glued on here, and then for these, instead of using cinnamon sticks, just cut some little sticks here and I put 2 of them on there, and then I just added a little greenery, and then I used a piece of ribbon for the little handle. And is what I did for the lid is I measured my can and cut a piece of wood, and then I drilled a hole and I stuck my ribbon through it and tied a knot, and here you have this cute little can. Now these cans can be used as gifts. You can put candy in them, give them to teachers or, you know, a neighbor or whatever. And I really wanted to show you guys how to make these gifts, but you know, I did hurt my finger, so it kind of went on the back burner. Okay, so we got this done. Now I'm going to show you one other can that I started. Alright, now here is a can that I used red material and I used the ribbon again. I put the ribbon away, but I used this type of ribbon and I made a little heart cutout, drilled 2 holes in here, and tied my ribbon through it. And there is that one. Now for this lid, for this one, I went ahead again and measured my can, cut my piece of scrap wood, used another piece of scrap wood for the little handle. Now this one I did added a piece of fabric on here, and then for the top portion underneath I put a little piece of felt just to give it some cushion there and give it a little bit of depth. So then I just went ahead and drilled my piece of wood that I cut for the top of the little handle, and then I just pre-drilled through here and stuck a screw through here and put the little top on. But we're gonna go ahead and finish this one. All right, so we got a little ribbon on there. I had this other little ribbon and it kind of coordinated well with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this little ribbon around the edge here. All right, so there's the little lid for this one. Now, I also decided, since this was gonna be like a little heart, little canister, I wanted to cut this. One other thing I did want to add. I talked about these little paper cutouts, and I wanted to add a little tiny one right there. And there you go. And there you have our little can. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and finish this one. All right, so I've kind of decided I'm gonna go with this piece of material for the top. And I put a little padding in here like I did for this one, just to let you know that I went ahead and pre-cut a hole through my material. And just like I did on this one and this one also. And then I went ahead and pre-drilled a hole through my cushion material here and my piece of wood. So just make sure you have it lined up when you go ahead and put your stuff on there. Now I'm just going to start folding over my material, and once I have all this glued on here, I'll go ahead and get this trimmed off. All right, I'm gonna let that set for a little bit, and I'm gonna put my ribbon in here. I'm just gonna roll this up. Gonna get it through that hole. We're gonna tie this off. Want to make sure I have enough ribbon on top here. Now, if there's going to be too much material on here, you could go back and just trim this a little bit more and make it a little bit neater. Now I'm going to go ahead and add this little ribbon on the edge here. So there you have another cute little can. Like I said, you could go back and trim all this extra material off, and you could also put a little bit of greenery here. You could also put a little bit of raffia like that. And like I said, here you can put a few little sticks instead of spending the money on cinnamon sticks. And if you guys are going to use this for candy or little treats, you make sure you go ahead and wash your cans before you go ahead and embellish them and get them decorated for teachers. And also, these are super cute to make, to put cotton balls in your bathroom or Q-tips, anything like that. And hopefully you guys like this video. So don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.